Running's changed everything for me. Not just my fitness, not just my boxing, but my entire mindset. I'm not talking about running on a treadmill or in some air-conditioned or heated gym. I'm talking about outside, on that hard road, in the elements, no matter the weather. It really tests your perseverance, and it tests your will and how bad you really want it and how committed you are to the process of achieving and attaining all of your goals. Sports have always been a great way for me to help stay in shape, make sure my mental health was sharp and intact, and has always served as a distraction from the nuances throughout life that sometimes we like to be distracted from. And, playing sports is fun. That's why we play sports. The camaraderie, the competitive aspect. There isn't anything fun about running. Running is ugly. Running is lonely. Running really will test your desire and your will and your commitment. It's just you alone with your thoughts. No shortcuts, no distractions. You and the road. There's something raw about running outside. It's not just the cardio. It's the battle. It's the battle inside your head, in your mind. There's nobody to impress. There's no coaches, no mentors to motivate you. No music to hype you up. Just that voice in your head telling you to stop. And your ability to shut that voice out, that's when the real growth happens. It really humbled me. And in that humility, I found strength. Physical strength. Obviously, my lungs benefit tremendously, like basketball, football when I was younger, boxing currently. These sports taught me discipline. Discipline that has, helped me in other aspects of my life, both personally and professionally. But running really taught me to not only endure the suffer, but to embrace the suffering. I don't know if there is anything better for your lungs than running on a consistent basis, not just like walking or like jog, but actually like pushing yourself cardiovascularly. Really, really good for your lungs, your legs. That was the main reason why I started running, because I was getting into boxing. I was having a great time doing it regularly. The competitive juices were flowing, started to spar, and having played a lot of sports throughout my life, there's nothing like boxing. You want to talk about being humbled. When you're in there with somebody that has a lot more experience than you and you start getting tired, there is no more humbling feeling than that. And when you start getting hit when you're tired, and if you get rocked while you're tired, your legs, they feel different. The sea legs are a real thing. And the only way to not prevent it, because, it's bound to happen, but the only way to build up a resilience to those wobbly legs is to run. Skipping helps for sure, but you got to run. You got to pound that pavement. And it's a mental game too. It just gives you that mental toughness and knowing that you can endure, you can push through, you can make it through that pain and that physical discomfort. In all sports, but especially in boxing, endurance and stamina is everything. You can have all the skills, all the fundamentals in the world, but if you don't have that gas tank, if you don't have the conditioning, you're not going to last. You can have all the skill and natural talent in the world, but if you gas out in those later rounds, you lose. Running really helped just build my engine. Made me faster, made me stronger. It made me more confident more than anything, and that's a big part of it. Mentally, just knowing again that I can push through that pain and not stop and keep going, regardless of the discomfort, regardless of what's happening around me, whatever the weather's like, the freezing cold, the pouring rain. Just, again, those experiences really build confidence in your capability, which is key in life. But it's more than just the physical. Running forces you to deal with discomfort, with bad weather, with uneven and unpredictable terrain. And this really helps to prepare you in the ring and outside of the ring. Having not ran since I was in university, I had all the reasons in the world, all the built-in excuses as to why I didn't need to run. And then when I started on my boxing journey, life being the best teacher, getting in the ring with guys that I'm really proud to have had the opportunity to share the ring with in the first place, you get humbled really fast. And I'm just a competitive guy, and I needed to do whatever possible to close that gap. And getting used to that discomfort is just part of the game. And once again, that's part of life. You got to be able to deal with the discomfort and thrive, not just survive, but thrive in those difficult and challenging times, because a lot of times that's where the greatest opportunities unveil themselves. And you got to be ready to capitalize and take advantage. And running will really help build your body physically and build your mind, which is the most important. Strong mind, strong body, and you're gonna have some strong results. And this is really where the mental training begins. When your legs are screaming at you to stop, your legs, your back, your mind, and you force yourself to push through, that's really where the real growth and real training begins. Learning to keep going when every part of you wants to quit. Most people quit way before they reach their real physical limits. But when you start running, you learn just through the process and through the consistency that your limits are way beyond what you ever thought possible. You learn that pain is only temporary, that your mind is your biggest enemy or your greatest weapon. When you run, you rewire your brain. You stop fearing discomfort. You start seeking challenges and hard and uncomfortable situations. You stop looking for the easy way out. And when you bring that into other areas of your life, your relationships, your career, your training, everything changes. It's easy, but it's hard. If you want to level up, start running. Not just when it's convenient, not just when it's comfortable, nice and sunny outside. Run early in the morning. Run when it's freezing cold outside and raining. Run when you're exhausted and just really don't feel like it. This is when the real growth happens. This is when the mind starts to change and harden. This is when the real gains are going to come into play. This is when you're going to begin to start taking similar types of actions in other areas of your life. Trust me when I tell you, I avoided it for years. I used to run as a kid, playing various sports. My early adulthood, university sports, running was just a part of whatever team I was on at the time. And then I stopped for almost 15 years. And you know, it was really boxing. If it wasn't for boxing, I probably wouldn't have started running, to be completely honest. Boxing was the tool that helped me lose a lot of weight, helped me regain some confidence, find my athleticism that I had lost. And through boxing and my just inner competitive juices just coming out, I knew that I had to start running. So whatever it takes, if it takes you getting into another sport first and doing that consistently, and then, you know, finding some fun in that, whatever it takes. But I really, really encourage you to start running. Embrace it. It's hard for a reason. There's going to be great things that happen that transform physically, mentally, and emotionally. There's tons of people that can tell you the same. So yeah, start running ASAP. Change your life. It's within your control. It's hard, but it's easy. You just got to start. That is literally the hardest part. Get out there and run. You might only last a kilometer or two, but the sooner you start and get that first shitty ass run out the way, the sooner you're going to be on that path to transforming and to changing your life. Not fuck just the physical. You're going to begin changing everything around you. The way people respond to you, the way people look at you, everything's going to change. But you got to endure and you got to embrace the suck. It comes with it. Till next time.